So now let's move to the other side of the coin, which is WWE. As we all know, WWE is going through a lot of changes right now. We're just coming off of SummerSlam, which was a pretty good show. I think that was the first pay-per-view, the first premium live event of the Triple H era, which I'm totally fine with. I'm on board with. I thought Brock and Roman had a decent match. I'm tired of seeing them together. I'm genuinely tired of seeing Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns together. But I've seen some rumors that was Brock Lesnar's potential last match. And if that's true, that's fine. Brock Lesnar has had a phenomenal career. And if he's done, he's done. I think picking up the ring and all that stuff, that match was great. And it took so much to beat him in that match that it's fine. Where Roman Reigns goes from here, I don't know. Because he's in this unique, godlike status where he's held the title for so long and nobody's been able to beat him. He's been beating everybody, which that's expected if you're wanting a dominant champion. But where does he go from here? Do we build Seth Rollins up to beat him? Do we build Kevin Owens up to beat him? I don't know. I think it's one of those things that at this point, nobody should beat Roman until Mania. That's just what I think. I know he's facing Drew at Clash at the Castle, the UK pay-per-view, which I hope does really well. I don't see Drew beating him. I'm sorry. I love Drew McIntyre. I think he's one of the best human beings on the planet. But I'm not sure if he's beating him. I don't think anybody should beat him until Mania at this point. But I don't know who. I don't have a pick on who it should be. Triple H being in charge has been interesting. If y'all have been watching Raw and SmackDown, we've kind of seen we've seen the grave, the grave of the NXT Black and Gold was buried by Vince McMahon and his cronies. They buried the Black and Gold NXT, but with Vince McMahon gone, Triple H is back, and we all know, anybody who's been following WWE for a very long time, Triple H loves his shovel. Triple H loves the shovel. Whether it was burying young talent or being over in his his reign of doom back in the day, Triple H is very synonymous with a sledgehammer. But the man also likes a shovel. So I think he took that shovel and he has dug up the grave of the Black and Gold NXT, and they are emerging all over Raw and SmackDown. Seeing Dexter Lumis come back, we've seen Ciampa be featured heavily, and he had a fantastic match against Bobby Lashley. The teases of Johnny Gargano coming back, Io Sky coming up, and Dakota Kai coming back, teaming with Bayley. I think that's fucking great. Kevin Owens becoming that ruthless guy that he was back in NXT, powerbombing Ezekiel, totally not Elias, and just showing that ruthlessness again. I think we're in for a bit of a road here. I'm curious to see who else he brings back that was released due to budget cuts. Even though all that money was hidden, but I'm curious to see who they bring back. The storylines in WWE, they're okay. They're obviously they have to phase out a lot of these older storylines that were going on. And that's totally fine. That's expected. But man, it's getting easier to watch WWE programming again, and the desire to watch is as high as it's ever been. And I say ever because it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've been excited to look at anything WWE related. And I say that with respect because I've always loved WWE. I don't mind. It's been hard to watch at times. There have been some storylines that have been just incredibly painful to watch. But it's always been there, and there's always been one or two storylines that keep me interested. But man, it's getting a lot easier to watch, and it's getting excited to watch to where it's like, man, am I going to start watching wrestling live again? Like, holy crap, because these last couple of years, I keep up with wrestling in videos, in YouTube videos, and Twitter videos, on Reddit. You know, I don't watch it live anymore, and I don't know, man. It's interesting to see. I love everything they're doing with Edge. Edge coming back, and I mean, I really did enjoy The Other Side from Alter Bridge being his song, but I'm fine with his other song coming back, Metalingus, whatever, it's however you pronounce that. It's obviously synonymous with Edge. It's a great song. Him being a face is fine. Him doing the stuff with the Mysterios is fine. I love the Judgment Day. I think that that's a very entertaining storyline. Heel Finn Balor is one of the best heels in the business. I think Finn Balor as a heel is just absolutely amazing. Him with Damian Priest, I like when he posts on Instagram and he's like, the Prince and Punishment. I love that. I think that's a great pairing. Rhea Ripley is phenomenal. Rhea Ripley beating the hell out of Dominic is just... I'm just loving this continuous thing where Rhea Ripley is constantly beating up Dominic. And all the memes online are like, I wish that was me, or how does it feel to live my dream? I just think it's hilarious. I just think it's hilarious. If we ever get a AEW WWE pay-per-view, if that ever happens, a Forbidden Door, please give me Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. Just please give me that match. That would be phenomenal. But I will say this. WWE currently is doing a better job with their women's division than AEW. I think Triple H, obviously he's married to Stephanie. He has a bunch of daughters. He sees the importance of it, of having a strong women's division, and I think it's something that wrestling as a whole has lacked for a long time. I mean, women's wrestling has been there, but it's not been as heavily featured as maybe it should. I think we should be at the point where a women's match should be equal to a men's match. It really shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter the gender of the people participating in the match. It shouldn't be like, oh, hey, here's the token women's match for the show. It should be, hey, we have a good storyline with two professional wrestlers, regardless of gender. Here it is. I'm hoping we evolve to that point where it doesn't really matter who comes out from the curtain to have a match. I hope we get to that point. I know they're doing the title. What is it? The women's tag team title tournament. I think that's interesting. Are we gonna have a situation where they do this whole tag team titles tournament, right? We get a winner, and then as the winners are revealed, are we gonna have Sasha and Naomi return? Is Triple H going to be able to pull that off? And I think he could. I think realistically he could bring back Sasha and Naomi. And then we have, I guess, another unification match for who the real women's tag team champions are. I think that would be a really interesting story. I think things would come full circle with that. I like what they're doing with the mid-card titles. How you have... I keep calling him Walter because that's what I'm used to calling him for so many years. But what is his name now? Gunther? I think it's Gunther now. Him being the Intercontinental Champion, I think is great, and Bobby Lashley being the United States Champion, I think is great. If we're doing Survivor Series the same way we've always done it, where it's red versus blue, SmackDown versus Raw, I think Gunther versus Bobby Lashley would be an extremely hard-hitting match. I mean, that would be exactly what Big E loves, just two big, beefy men slapping meat. My goodness, I think that would be a freaking ridiculous match. I think that would be a very hard-hitting match. I do want to see Sheamus win it, though. I know this is completely random, and Sheamus really isn't in the title picture for the Intercontinental title, but if y'all are unaware, Sheamus was injured a couple of years ago, and he was unsure if he was going to be able to come back. Sheamus was one of those who was unsure if he was going to be able to come back. And he said in multiple interviews that if he's able to come back, the one thing he wants to do is win the Intercontinental title because it's the only title he hasn't held. He's posted pictures on social media of him holding like all the different belts he's won in the WWE, and he's like wearing the King of the Ring crown, and he's done all that stuff. I think he's won a Royal Rumble as well. I could be wrong on that. I have to check the notes on that one, but he's done it all, and he has stated that like he wants to win the Intercontinental title before he retires or hangs it up. And I think him versus Gunther would be a really hard-hitting match as well. So if somebody takes the title off of him, I think it should be Sheamus. Because realistically, who else can match the brutality of Gunther? You know? The dude's a beast, man. I don't know if y'all have seen clips or videos of him chopping people, but dude is ridiculous. And the title feels important, and so does the United States title. The way they built up the United States title, Sheamus is phenomenal. I love him. And apparently he lives in Tennessee now. So if you're ever in Nashville and you happen to see a big red-headed pasty guy walking around, it might be Sheamus. But yeah, Bobby Lashley holding the United States title. It was weird at first. I'm not mad that they took the title off of Theory. I get it. He's the Money in the Bank. I don't know what they're gonna do with him as Money in the Bank now that Vince McMahon is gone. But I think Bobby Lashley being the United States champion, it feels like it has some prestige to it that it hasn't had in a little while. It had some prestige, when John Cena was doing his thing with it. AJ Styles has held it. We've had multiple people hold the United States title that are credible champions. But it does feel like it's a title, a champ. Oh wait, they can say title now. Oh god, Vince McMahon is gone. They can say title now. They can say wrestling on WWE television now. Y'all believe that? Like, holy crap. The forbidden words are being thrown out of the door. So that's good. Like, it's exciting. It's exciting. It's so exciting to be a wrestling fan right now. It's so exciting to be a wrestling fan right now. Whether it's AEW, whether it's WWE, Impact, New Japan. I know New Japan's got their G1 Climax going on right now. I watched a few clips of that. I was excited to see Jonah beat Okada. Like, I thought that was ridiculous. Like, holy crap, Okada lost. See, Okada is New Japan's, like, John Cena. He's their Kenny Omega. Well, Kenny Omega, ironically. He's their top guy, One of their top guys. But when he loses, it feels special. When Okada loses, it feels special. And every year in the G1, there's usually somebody who will beat him, and it's always impressive. Like, holy crap, And Jonah's a great guy. He's a big dude. He was in NXT, and the comical part is I've been so focused on his work in New Japan and what he's done. I don't remember his name in NXT. I don't remember what Jonah's name was in NXT, and I feel like that's a good thing. He did some good stuff. He did some good stuff in NXT, but I feel like he's built such a body of work now that he has kind of overcome that. He had a great match with Jeff Cobb as well. Talk about two big meaty men slapping meat. Like, go out of your way to check that out on Twitter or YouTube or wherever. Go check out Jeff Cobb versus Jonah in the G1 Climax. Like, holy crap, this guy could be a star for New Japan, or I think he's been on Impact as well, so he could be a star for them. And I just think it's such a good time to be a wrestling fan. Like, the NWA still exists. I know Billy Corgan, he's still doing stuff with that. NWA still exists. We have AEW and WWE at the top of the mountain. I almost see them as equals. Even though WWE is like the Disney of professional wrestling, they're up there. I definitely think that AEW is, in terms of quality, I think they're right there. They're neck and neck right now. And that's great for everyone who's ever been a wrestling fan. I'm excited for things to come. I'm excited to see what Tony Khan does with Ring of Honor. He has stated that it will not be a developmental for AEW. It will be its own brand. But I'm really hoping that once Ring of Honor gets off the ground and they get a television deal and they get their own programming, I'm hoping we don't lose a lot of AEW guys to it. That makes sense. Like, I love Claudio being the Ring of Honor champion. But I'm hoping that when it gets his own television show, we don't lose him on AEW television. I hope they I think what they're going to do is treat Ring of Honor like a SmackDown. compared to AEW being the Raw, if that makes sense. Like, you have your A show and your B show. I think that's what they're going to do. They're just going to do it without saying it. And I'm okay with that. As long as y'all keep the crossover going, where I'm fine with AEW guys popping up on Ring of Honor and vice versa, Ring of Honor guys popping up on AEW. I don't really want to see a total split down the middle where we don't see these guys anymore or we don't see those guys anymore. It's just, hey, you stay over here, you stay over here. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope there's a lot of crossover. I hope there's not a brand extension, because that's something I don't like about WWE when they do the brand extension. It's like, you could have somebody who's had like a blood feud with somebody on Raw, but once they're sent to SmackDown, they just completely forget anything they've ever done. And that always bothers me. But no, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for wrestling. And I know this has been, I think we're at like 45, 46 minutes of me just rambling about wrestling. And I hope that that's something that y'all have enjoyed. I hope it's something that I get to continue to do. I look forward to doing it again next week, and hope we have more things to talk about. And it's an exciting time to be a wrestling fan. It really is. I think if you're new to wrestling, if this is something that you've never really been terribly into, this is a decent time to jump in and find some favorites, find some people you want to follow. You've enjoyed from what you've been able to see. Yeah, same. I've enjoyed it. Like, I actually get excited to watch highlight clips. I used to, I would always keep up with wrestling, always keep up with it, but sometimes it felt like a chore. Sometimes it felt like a chore to see what happened on a certain event. It's like, oh man, let me see what happened on Raw. Let me see what happened on SmackDown. Let's check in on Impact, see what they're doing. Like, it almost felt like a chore. But now it's like I'm eager to like see what's going on. That's a feeling that I feel like has been missed from myself, and I feel like that's a feeling that's been missed from a lot of people. And I hope that now that we're at this point where everybody can enjoy it. Everybody can enjoy professional wrestling. Everybody can enjoy the shows. Because I feel like a lot of people focus way too much. People focus way too much on the backstage politics. Wrestling media is very spoilery. Like, there's a lot of like spoilers and all these like fucking dirt sheets trying to get. They got to be the first one to report the stories, and that kind of sucks. That aspect of it sucks. But it's nice to just be a fan again. And not worry so much about the backstage shit or the drama or who's backstage at Raw or who's backstage at AEW. Like, I don't care about that stuff. I just want to watch a good show, have a good time, and just be entertained. I think they're doing that for us, and that's great. Vince McMahon equals chores. I agree. And Vince McMahon has a lot he has to figure out, and I hope that they take care of that. Yeah. Both AEW and WWE, they're on the up phase. They're both climbing that hill, which is good. It's very good. We've got a few minutes left in the show. So if anybody has any questions, anybody who's been watching, anybody hanging out, or if you're watching this on YouTube, please feel free to leave some questions in the comments below. I'll be sure to answer those questions. If you comment on YouTube, I will answer those questions next week on the show, because I think that'd be pretty fun. Or I might answer them just in the comment. I might just reply to your comment. But yeah, feel free to ask some questions. The dirt sheets can take photos off of what happened the night. Yeah, I agree. The dirt sheets take so much focus off of the show itself, where all they care about is just getting their clicks. Everybody wants to get their clicks, and it is what it is. But what can you do? Yeah. Does anybody have any questions before we wrap up the show? I noticed we had a Pokemon in chat. If y'all are unfamiliar with that, we have a Pokemon extension in our Twitch streams where you can catch live Pokemon with us during streams. So if you're interested in that, come join us. I stream a lot, mostly in the evenings, but I mostly stream Monday through Thursday night. So we have Minecraft Mondays. I'll also play Apex. We do Words on Stream on Wednesdays. I started playing the Pokemon trading card game. That's been kind of fun. I've been playing that online. We'll play Apex Legends. We'll play... Hell, I might play Fortnite with fucking Dragon Ball Z coming out. You know? Adding Goku to Fortnite might get me to play it. Yeah, if you're interested in any of that, feel free to join us over on Twitter. Or on Twitch, excuse me. At twitch.tv/lucidendeavors. Obviously, you can follow me on Twitter as well. Every social media. I don't know if you've seen the thing above the mic'd up logo. You'll see like the little social media circle thing. So follow me everywhere. Lucid Endeavors. Good luck on the Pokemon catch. Nobody caught it. Hey, I love you in Clifton. Chris. Chris is a good guy. And I wish him the best in his future endeavors. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun to chat wrestling again. I hope that people receive this show well. I hope it's something that I can continue to do. You know, I think Thursdays is a good time to do it because based on the way my work week works out and everything, Thursdays work out good. Oh, I have a question. It's from Breevychew, but I think it's from Chris from Breevychew. So, okay. The question is Jon Moxley or CM Punk for the belt. That's a tough one. CM Punk returning is bittersweet to me. CM Punk returning is very bittersweet to me. Punk is going to win. CM Punk is going to win because he had just won the world title and then he got hurt. So he hasn't even had a chance to do anything with it. So regardless of my feelings, Punk is going to win. But I absolutely love Jon Moxley. Absolutely love Jon Moxley. I love that man. Inside the ring, outside the ring. He's a good guy. He's done a phenomenal job carrying that title when AEW needed him to carry that title. Whether it was through a global freaking pandemic or it was the other guy getting hurt and they needed somebody to step up. Jon Moxley has been a great champion. I think it would be a great swerve to have Moxley beat Punk because that could be what leads to us. That could lead us to getting heel CM Punk. That didn't happen with Baylor. Yes, that is true. That didn't happen with Finn Balor. Finn Balor won it, got hurt, had to lose, and never got it back. But that was mostly because of Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was one of the main reasons Finn Balor didn't get the title back. Because he viewed Finn Balor as, well, he's injury prone. He's injury prone, pal! I can't put a title on a guy who's going to get hurt. Like, that's Vince. I could see Balor winning the title again, though, with Hunter in charge. But with Punk, I would love nothing more than to see Jon Moxley beat CM Punk, and that leads to us getting heel CM Punk. I think that would be great. But I think we're heading more in the direction of CM Punk becoming AEW's John Cena. I could see that happening. Where I think he's just going to be a face. He's just never going to turn heel. He's going to be the happy guy. He's just going to, I'm happy to be here. I'm CM Punk, blah, 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 collect my money and go home. And that's nothing against him. I love CM Punk as well. But I think some of CM Punk's best work is when he's a heel. Jon Moxley can work face or heel. He's still the same fucking guy. Jon Moxley's the same guy, whether it's heel or face. He's just John. He's just Moxley. He's gonna bleed. He's gonna bleed in the match. He's gonna hit somebody with some sort of barbed wired object, and I love that, and we all love that for him. But I think they'll have a good match. I think they'll have a good match. CM Punk, Jon Moxley, I think it'll be a really good match. That was thought about with Roman a lot, though. Yeah. Roman, I don't know. Roman's a different animal. He's a different animal. I think Roman might be heading towards Hollywood soon. So I don't know how much more we'll see him. He might stay for the long run. Who knows? But I kind of see Roman Reigns sliding into Hollywood a little more. Might get that itch a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this has been fun. This has been fun to do. If you are new here, feel free to like the channel or follow on Twitter, follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, follow me on TikTok, wherever. I appreciate anyone taking the time to hang out while I attempt to do this again. Yeah, there's a link to the socials in the live stream chat. I do have a link tree that will be posted in the description for the YouTube video. But yeah, I just thank you. Thank everybody for whoever is watching live, or if you're watching this on YouTube. Thank you very much for taking the time. I look forward to talking more about wrestling. I hope this goes well. I hope this goes well. I don't have any major closing statements aside from thank you. And let's enjoy the ride together. Let's enjoy the ride together of being excited to be a wrestling fan again. Let's enjoy it together. Yeah, I love you guys. I love everybody who's been here, who's hanging out, whether you support me from day one or you support me from right now. Thank you for being here. And hopefully I'll see you on a live stream, or I'll see you on YouTube, or I'll see you somewhere. Maybe I'll see you at a convention. Who knows? Yes, the Lucid Club Championship belt. One day, I might make that belt a real belt. I think that'd be pretty dope. But thank you all for being here. This has been the debut episode of the relaunched Mic'd Up podcast. It has finally happened. It's been great. Thank you guys for being here. This is the end of episode 1. We are titling it the Dark Match because this is us just putting our toes back in there. This is the Dark Match. Thank you for being here. Hopefully I'll see you next week for episode 2. Take care. Love you. Good night. Ooh, yeah!